Good morning. This is David Lynn, your Purple Principal. It is Tuesday morning, about 5 a.m. This is July the 26th, 2022. I thought I'd make a short video, 5 minutes or so for me. To begin, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment to support the channel. My email and my P.O. box are in the description. Should you want to communicate with me. So, what am I contacting you about today? Well, yesterday was a day. I work in digital, and we do digital shopping. Do you know how hard it is to do digital shopping when your app goes down? Yesterday afternoon, about time for me to take a late lunch, our app went offline on our store use phones. We do digital shopping. We do curbside dispensing of orders, and we also do what's called ship from store. That goes across the country. People order stuff from us that we have that maybe a store in their area doesn't, so we ship it to wherever it goes, through FedEx. Well, it's very hard to do that when your app goes down. So our app went down on our store phones. We had what's called TCs, these little handheld computers. The app continued to work on those, but we don't have enough of them. So it's very difficult to try to do your job when that's happening. And a couple of days ago, power went out. It was called a rural co-op where I received my electricity from, and the power went down for about an hour. Now, in a SHTF situation, they always talk about EMPs and hacking and all sorts of stuff. When the power goes out, nothing that runs on electricity is going to work. Your incoming power is off. AC, heat, your refrigerator, freezer, lights, none of that's going to work. So the other morning, fairly early, power goes out. And it was a work day. Probably about 8:30 in the morning. So I called the co-op and got a message that they were working on an outage in my area. Well, at least they knew that they had an outage. I started doing some prepping after Harvey about 4 years ago. Hurricane. We had power outage for about a week. We were without water for a few days. And I started purchasing solar powered appliances and lights and various things. Well, I've got a couple of these, and I've got some other versions of these, USB powered solar lithium lights. This is a Goal Zero. I got a hold of it, and I had light. So I'm walking around in semi-darkness, but I got light. I was able to take a shower, and I was able to make coffee because I've got solar power, and I've got a USB powered kettle. It heats coffee, water for coffee, and I got ready, and within about an hour, power came back on, thankfully, and I went to work. Right now, Amazon has these listed for about just under $70. I told my daughter, order 2 more of them. We have 2. She told me recently, she was up in Houston, and I had her go and I had her take a shotgun, 20 gauge with some buckshot and her Glock, and I had her go up and she was visiting relatives, and she went to a firing range. We don't have one here in Victoria that you can, right here. She had a little situation with her car, and she has one of these. Gave her one, we used one, we're going to get 2 more. She had this with her. It was night. This saved her. She was able to do what she needed to do to get the car running with this. $70. When I bought these, I bought one initially, and then I bought another one maybe a year or so later. I'd say have 4 or 5 of them. They're worth it. They charge by USB power. You can also charge a phone with it. You can plug a phone into it, charge it. It's got a lithium battery in it. Hundreds of cycles. Money well spent. So that's how the last couple of days have been going. I wanted to let my friends know, and this is David Lynn, your prepper principal. You want to know why I prep? Well, that's a reason to prep. I was a Boy Scout. I believe in the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. My motto is always be prepared and have a blessed day. Your prepper principal, David Lynn, or David Lynn, your prepper principal. I'm out.